peeps, you can Shinobi here with a review of the Pokémon Mega Blaziken and Mega Lucario figures. So this is the start of a whole new series of Pokémon toys, and I'm not 100% sure if these originated from Japan or not, or whether these are new US molds. They are made by Tomy still, so there is that, but whole new packaging with this blue sort of, I guess, type? They're completely new symbols back here. And everything's all new and stuff. A departure from the packaging that we're used to with Pokemon figures. But these are the first two in a series of articulated, about 5-inch figures. Or so. They might actually end up being closer. Blaziken in particular might be closer to 6. Lucario is probably closer to 5. But it's really cool. They all got multiple points of articulation. Pretty highly detailed figures, actually. Each were $12.99 a piece at my local Toys R Us. I found these today, along with a slew of other new Pokemon toys, which hopefully I will be bringing to the channel as soon as I possibly can. Blaziken here features 11 points of articulation. Lucario, probably a little bit less, but he does have these cool little kind of effect parts that you can plug into his hand to make it look like he's doing Aura Sphere, Force Palm, or Focus Blast, or whatever you want that to be. Down here it does show the other Pokemon that is not in that package, as well as a Mega Charizard that is a level above these two figures. I will hopefully be looking at that soon. And of course we have the Ash and Pikachu figure, which is in the old style packaging, but it says coming soon, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be repackaging it in this new blue packaging. So without further ado, enough about the history of these toys. Let's go ahead and get them open and take a look. So here we have Mega Blaziken and Mega Lucario, and I have to say these are actually quite worth it. I was really surprised by the quality of these. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Obviously, there is a height difference between Mega Blaziken and Mega Lucario, and I'm glad the figures kind of reflect that. It makes Mega Blaziken seem a lot more worth the $12.99 than Mega Lucario, but it's always nice to have that sense of scale, even if it is potentially incorrect. It's still nice to have. So moving Lucario out of the way for now to focus on Blaziken, he's a nice figure and probably the better of the two, but that's mostly just based on his Pokemon design. And I'll get to that when I get to Lucario. But really cool. So for a quick sense of scale, here's a 5-inch Power Rangers figure, a 3.75-inch Big Hero 6 Baymax figure, and for something a little bit more everyday, here is just a normal can of soda. So you can get a kind of sense of how tall he is. He is very tall, and that is great. In fact, he's packaged in the box all kind of like hunched and stuff, so he could fit in to the standard size packaging. But a really great figure. Now, most of you know that there was a Mega Blaziken released in the SH Figure Arts line. For those of you that don't know, SH Figure Arts is a highly detailed, highly articulated line brought to you by Tamashii Nations, a part of Bandai. And so there was a Mega Blaziken released there. However, for $12.99, this is a pretty nice substitute. You're not going to get the same level of articulation or detail, but like I said, for $12.99, this is a really nice figure. In terms of articulation, you do have a rotation up here at the head, and most of the rest of the body, especially the arms here, is pin and swivel joints. So you get full rotation there. A little bit hindered by his little shoulder pad thingies, but it's nothing to where I would really count it as a negative. You can still get so many good poses. Pin and swivel right there, single joint at the elbow. You do get a swivel right there at the start of his handcuff thing. So you do get that, so you can maneuver the little fiery ribbon things around a little bit, which is definitely really nice. His hands are actually molded to hold like a weapon. So that's kind of neat. If you have any action figure weapons holding around, you can give them to Mega Blaziken. You can hold some weapons. Down here we do have a ball and socket joint for the hips, a single joint for the knees, and that is it for down there. However, this figure does include a little bit of a ab crunch. Get a little bit of movement there, and a full swivel up there in the abs as well. So a little bit extra level of articulation that really isn't found on figures of this price and this scale much anymore. So that is a definitely refreshing taste for sure. Only flaw I am going to point out is that this is my figure only. I pulled it out of the box. I do have a paint scuff right here. The paint just chipped off. This is a very soft plastic, so paint is unfortunately going to chip off of there before anywhere else. So, while a little bit unfortunate, not bad at all. That's really about it for this guy. Lots of detail and lots of articulation for a $12.99 figure, for sure. I don't know if this line's going to hit anywhere besides Toys R Us, but hopefully it does, because I want to see this line be successful and continue, because I love having articulated Pokemon action figures, for sure. So, overall, a really awesome figure. It's hard to fully get Mega Blaziken's sort of standard pose. In fact, I forgot what it even was, but it involved a high kick and stuff, and it's really hard to pull it off with this figure just because of the weight distribution. You can kind of get it going, but he's more than likely going to topple over, but yeah, just like that. You can, however, almost do the splits. So there's that. You're almost there, Mega Blaziken. But overall, just a nice little rendition of Mega Blaziken that I definitely recommend to fans. Mega Lucario is a little bit more spotty, but that's not the fault of the figure so much as Lucario is just a really weird design. Jumping into the comparison, here is the 5-inch Power Rangers figure, the 3.75-inch Baymax, and the good old can of soda. So he's about the same height, give or take, as a can of soda. So, yeah, he's a lot smaller and actually a little less articulated. But he's still a nice figure and a nice rendition of Mega Lucario, because Mega Lucario has yet to be done by the D-Arts or SH Figure Arts lines. Lucario was, but Mega Lucario has not. I don't know if they just didn't sell well enough so they canned the line. So it's a nice little articulated rendition of Mega Lucario. This energy piece right here, you can pretend it's Focus Blast, Force Palm, Energy Ball, whatever you want to do. Energy Ball? Is that the right one? No, it's not. I don't know. But that's just here. You can go ahead and remove that from his hands. And I actually want to call that out just a little bit. You'll notice if he's in a profile stance, he's kind of got his hands flared out like he's trying to be like a Valley Girl or something. So that's a little strange. But his hands are molded to fit that piece to look like he's trying to fire it. So that is a little bit of a shame. I would have preferred like maybe one to be like that and one to be straight, just to make him not look like that. So you kind of have to pose him a little bit to sort of block out that that look that he has going on. But he can get a lot of cool poses. Having him stand is a little bit difficult because of how small his footprint is. He's got this big, heavy tail thingy on the back, so it is a little bit difficult to balance him out sometimes, but it's not too awful. Head is on a ball and socket joint, so you do get a full range of motion in all of the axes, and pin and swivel there, and there with a single joint at the elbow. There is actually a swivel right there. Really hard to see. In fact, I almost missed it when I was posing him the first time. But you do get a swivel there, which is very helpful for posing. You do get waist articulation. There's no ab crunch or anything like that, but you do get a waist swivel. Ball and socket for the hips, single joint at the knee, and that is that. So about the same level of articulation as Mega Blaziken, except you're swapping the ab crunch for a ball and socket jointed head. So, which is always nice, because I like a lot of my figures looking down. I don't know, it just makes them look a little more heroic or something like that. So lots of cool poses available for this guy as well. I don't know what I'm going to do with this energy piece. I don't think I'm going to pose him on my shelf with them, just because, I don't know, it's hard to get a good pose going with it, because you can kind of do something like that. Straight out of DBZ. But anyway, again, a really nice rendition of Mega Lucario. Some flaws, mostly due to the design of the Pokemon, but definitely not bad at all for $12.99. Overall, these are just nice figures, and it's a breath of fresh air to have some pretty nicely articulated Pokemon figures back on the market. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm not sure if these are taken from a Japanese line or not. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below. and I'll see to track down if there's any other ones available. But if this line does well, I do see a lot more releases in the future. So hopefully it does, because the figure line that they started coming out with now just seems really fun to me. So for $12.99, these are not bad. If you're a fan of Mega Lucario or a fan of Mega Blaziken, I feel like these are must-haves. They're affordable and definitely really nice right out of the package. So thanks for watching. Take care and have a great one. Bye.